Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wise Gamer video. Today I'm going to be going over Project 60 and Project 70 for World of Warcraft. Now, I just found out about this actually today, this morning, and I was trying to do some Google, trying to get some research about exactly what this is. I happened to find out about it by visiting Twitch today, and I was watching one of the streamers, and there was actually a good amount of streamers on playing this Project 60 and 70. And I'm like, boy, what is this all about? I thought it was actually a private server that they all put together or something like that. So I started Googling private servers for this, and there was no results. But I did end up finding out more information about it. Basically, what it is a lot of the streamers for World of Warcraft, the ones that have a good following base, decided that they would make guilds on a couple of servers, and that's why I'm in this page right here. The servers that most of them are using right now is Moon God RP server, and then there's this other one right here. Let me see if I could find it, called Sisters of Elune. And if you notice, the population on them because of this is pretty good. I mean, this is like 6 o'clock in the morning, so of course it's medium right now, but most of the times it's full. Yeah, those are the two servers that I know of right now that that these guilds are on. Now, of course, anybody could make a guild to do this. You know, you don't have to join these guilds. And actually, I ended up finding out that most of these guilds right now are actually pretty full. So they might not be able to accept a lot more members. So unless if other people start making guilds to support this, it may be tough to get into a guild that actually does this. And again, it's on the Legion's live game. You know, they're actually using the Legion's live game for this. And we're going to go over in this video too, like some of the structure behind this, so it kind of all makes sense. So now, these rules, I'm just going to give you an idea of what I learned. But these rules, you know, apply to the guild that you join and what their rules are for all this stuff. But basically what it is that because it is the actual 110 Legions game, you're supposed to start off on a level 1 toon. So you're supposed to start off on a level 1 toon, and you're not supposed to use any of the modding conveniences that's in the game today, because it kind of defeats the purpose of playing the old vanilla and the Burning Crusade experience. So of course Project 60 is for vanilla, so those are the guilds that are supporting that side of the game, and the Project 70 is the Burning Crusade game, which is level 70, and so on and so forth, with the guilds that support the 70 game. So you want to make yourself a level 1 toon and level up the old-fashioned way. Now, we all know that we have mounts in the game that's account bound. The only reason why mine are red right now and I can't use them is because I didn't go and get the riding skill yet. But basically, most of the guilds and their rules, you're not supposed to really use any mounts until that actual level. So in other words, the Burning Crusade and vanilla game, you had to be level 40. You had to wait until level 40 to be able to train for your first riding mount. So most games make it like that in this. Now, you may ask yourself, well, how would they know? You'd be surprised at the amount of players they have online doing this. And if another player sees you and takes a screenshot of you on a mount at level 12 or something, they can kick you from that guild. You're also not supposed to use any kind of group finders, anything like that. Again, each guild is different. It depends on their rule set. So you're not supposed to use any of those modding conveniences. They want you to walk to most places or use flight paths. And you would actually have to walk to that dungeon to actually enter it and partake in that. So it's something that's pretty cool, you know, for people that miss that experience of back then and they don't want to play on a private server because a lot of them are either dead or whatever. And it's kind of filling the appetite right now, I guess, for players that miss that old school experience until they actually come out with classic WoW. Then I'm sure we'll all be jumping on that. Now, the game now, of course, is a lot more nerfed and easier than it was back in those actual times. Compared to like 12 years ago, things are a lot harder. So, of course, leveling up even from level 1 now is a lot faster than it once was when you actually played in vanilla back in the day. For example, if I came in here on my warrior back in vanilla and took on like two of these guys, I would just die. They would just kick the shit out of me. You needed a group to do Haga, where now at level 7 you could solo Haga, no problem, because things got nerfed over the years, right? So if I charge in on this guy, we're just gonna see by using the one ability I got, he's dead. In vanilla, he doesn't die like that. It takes him about 15 hits. So, there is some differences, but again, it's a cool project that they came out with. And as long as everybody sticks to their rule set, they should be good. Keep in mind, though, I don't know if they fixed this over the last couple of years, but I like PvP when I'm at endgame. So if I was at level 60 or level 70 for this project, I would mainly want to do PvP like battlegrounds, arenas, or whatnot to actually do most of my endgame. But when you shut off your experience points, in other words, so if you're in a Project 70 guild, say, right, you would have to go to your main town, your main city like Stormwood or whatnot, go to that vendor and shut off your experience gains so you don't go up past 70, because that's your cap level. The only problem is, when you shut off your experience gains in this game, the battlegrounds don't kick in. So you really can't do any battlegrounds. The queues just keep going and going, they don't kick in. Now, like I said, they might have fixed it recently, but I still heard that, no, they're still broken. Because I actually was in a twink guild at one time when we worked hard to get up to level 70. We shut off our experience gains and we sat there for a whole day and could not get into one BG queue. So keep that in mind. If you're planning on playing this and doing some PvP at level 60 and 70, you might not be able to. Because you also have to remember these are on RP servers, they're not on PvP servers, so there's no world PvP. Now, if there was world PvP, or they were on a PvP server, that would be a hell of a time because we'd only be level 60 and 70, and there'd be 110s out there killing us all the time. So I could understand why they don't make them on PvP servers. So you got to keep that in mind too. So that's basically it, folks. That's what I wanted to cover today. Just kind of clear up the air of what these projects are about. Again, Project 60, Project 70 on those two servers that I mentioned at the start of the game. And thank you again for watching Wise Gamer. Take care. Bye-bye.